Hey folks, it's Dave back here in Studio B as we get ready to play some more baseball here. Yeah, as you can tell, I'm kind of addicted to this payoff pitch now. I've gone back to it and it's working. That's all I'm going to say. It's working. And so I played a practice game last night, and then I did an actual game when I got home late last night. As the reason I bought 83 was to do a 1983 project with Payoff Pitch by itself, and so that's what we're going to do here, is get this project going with 1983. Where I'm just going to play a random game throughout the season with Payoff Pitch, and I'm going to let Digital Diamond handle the rest. So, I might play a game every day, maybe a doubleheader, or skip ahead a week and see what works out with that. So again, it's just kind of bouncing all over the place like I did with the 79. I really did like the 79 project that I did, but I did so many different games. It was fun, but I'm going to narrow this down just to Payoff Pitch. Now I can't do a whole season; that would be just ridiculous. So, yeah, afternoon baseball here for Gus in Midlife Crisis. As Jucket's not doing the afternoon here today, so I will jump in and kind of spell him on some things here, and we're going to play here. Now, I've been enjoying how I've been playing the Payoff Pitch. I don't know if it's right, wrong, or whatever, but I've been enjoying it. So let me get down here to the, is this the where I want to be? Nope, that's not where I want to be. That's where I want to be. All right, so now here we are. It's just a matter of trying to figure out what camera I'm going to use here. There we are. So you can see the cards. You can see me. You can see everything going on with Digital Diamond. Really looking forward to the new Digital Diamond that's coming out with DD13, I think this is. This is 12. I liked 11. And then they come out with 12, which was even better. And now 13 is going to be even better. But I did like 11 when the board game companion is fantastic in this game. That way you can play any single game you want. And trying to find someone that'll do something like this for hockey, And there is someone that's working on hockey stats software. So I will say that, and I've been talking to him and trying to see how he's coming along with that, because he's doing a lot of other things, but no one has hockey. All right, so what we have here, this is game one for both of these teams. I can see there's 0-0, so this is 83 at Fenway Park, Toronto and Boston. Eckersley on the mound for the Red Sox, and Dave Stieb is on the mound for the other guys. And I thought there was a way to show off. Yeah, see, there's the Red Sox lineup there with Stieb. So, yep. I get all my pitches squared away, I think. And I got the logos going. And we are set to play. This is Payoff Pitch, kind of Dave's way. A little bit of dice, a little bit of fast action cards, a little bit of Dave's way. However I'm doing it, it has been really, really fun. So let's go here. I got to straighten out something. My OCD is just out of control if something's not aligned right. All right, so we're here at Fenway Park, and Eckersley will pitch to Damaso Garcia. And Eckersley's going to throw a 7. Ooh, that's going to be a tough 71. Is going to be a ground ball down to second base to Valdez. So Valdez is playing second base today. Haven't seen any Remy yet, so I'm not sure what was going on with him. But do I play season ticket baseball? Yes, I do. I need to get that back on the channel too. That could be a pretty deep game. Clay did a really good job with season ticket baseball. I need to get that back on the channel. I do. All right, so it's going to be Dave Collins coming up now with one away for the Blue Jays. A 5. It's going to be a patient 57, and that'll be a single because he likes to mingle. So Collins is on. Ooh, he's got a high steal rating. So let's see. So Collins is on, and this is how Dave does the steal. I'm looking for the steal, so 5 or less. No. So I do 2 steal checks. I do the batter, then I do the pitcher. And you're supposed to do one or the other. I do both. That's just kind of how Dave does it. And I've been really liking that. All right, so Willie Upshaw will come in here at Fenway Park. I have my cards in here. Eckersley's off to the side. And I think I'm a little crooked, too. I just can't tell here. Sorry about that. My OCD is crazy again. You get the picture. So Willie Upshaw, man on first. I keep kicking out Eckersley, don't I? A 12, that's going to be in play 18, and that's going to be a single. So what I do on in plays is I flip a card. All right, 2 outs of wheelhouse, automatic extra base, tough, no extra base, in play, and everything else. All right, what was the other thing here? In play and patient. That's the other one. Is I flip the card. So we're going to get a card flip on a single. Long single into the gap. Runner on first advances 1 base. Runner on second could try for home, but I don't have anybody at home. So it's just going to be a single 1 base. So lace into the gap, getting over there in a hurry is Rice and throws it back in. So now we have first and second with 1 away. So Eckersley in some trouble here right off the bat. We have an 8. That's another in play, and that's another single. Holy cow, Bailey Johnson just flares that into the outfield. Runner on first advances 2 bases. Runner on second scores. So it's going to be a single, 2 bases, and the Blue Jays are on the board here in the first inning as Cliff Johnson lofts one in the right field. So we got runners at the corners here with only 1 away, and the Blue Jays up 1-0 here. So tough start here at home on home grass. In play, 73, finally an out. Fly ball into center field. Now, that's a fly ball into center field. Runner on third with a 7 will score. There's Upshaw. He's a runner 6. So we have the option. So on the option, so what is our option here? Plus choice. So roll D6 compared to the runner in the fielder's arm. Okay, so let's see. So he's a 6. And Tony Armas out there in center field. Yes, I didn't write all these down, so I got to check them. Is a 7. So I have a 6 and a 7. So I'd roll 2 dice. If it's 6 or less, he tags and scores. If it's greater than both, he's out. If it's equal or greater than one and then less than the other, we go to the percentile chart. I say we tag. I say we send Upshaw. All right? So we're going to send Upshaw. So it's hit into center field. Armas with the catch. And tagging is Barfield. Okay, medium depth. Here we go. So 6 or less, safe. 8 or higher, out. And if it's a 7, then we have to roll on the other chart here. All right, here we go. So he is, of course, it's a 7. If the total is greater than 1 and equal less than the other, roll a percentile die. All right, so it's going to be a play at the plate. Here it is. The throw. A 48. And that's a possible wild throw. So we got to check his E rating now, which is a 3. Roll the D6. If it's higher than the E rating, the throw is wild. Otherwise, the throw's on target and late. So it's a 1, so it's on target but late. The runner is safe. And trailing runners advance to next base if it's open. So Johnson will go to second. So it pays off. So the long fly ball pays off. So let me see if I can put this in here. So we got F8. Oh, you know something? There's a way to put this in like the strat way, right? Let me go to the back of the book here and check the strat way. Because you can just put it in and everybody moves up a base. Hang on a sec. I'm getting it. So F8A. Let's try that. F8A. F8A. Is that gonna do it for me? Is that gonna do it? Armas with the catch. Upshaw throwing, safe, and Johnson to second base. All right, I got it. Like I told you, it's like a mini game when you get it right. It really is. John comes by. Good chat with you today, John. We'll see if we can get that figured out. Keep shooting me your ideas, and I'll shoot over what I can for my feedback on that. And we'll see if we can make that work for you. So, 2-0 now. So now we have 2 outs and Ernie Witt coming up. And we have a 9 and a 19. Oh, boy. That's in play, and that's a single. And with 2 outs, that's going to score a run. So, wow, the Blue Jays lighten up Eckersley here in the first inning for 3 runs. And what's that, 3 hits now? 4 hits. Wow. Ray comes by, says he loved the payoff pitch. Yeah, I'm back to it. I took some time off, and now I'm back to payoff pitch. Really, really enjoying it. I'm trying to straighten out my cards. I'm trying to look at my monitor here to get them straight. Lloyd Mosby now. Holy cow, this is the 7th batter in the inning. We're still in the first inning. And we're going to get a 5. That's going to be a patient 85. And that's going to be a ground ball the second. And finally, the inning is over. But 3 runs come in on Eckersley. And so he'll be fatigued right when he gets to that 6th inning. Not a good start for Boston. So Eckersley slides off. Dave Stieb will be our pitcher here. Let's see if the Sox bats can get them back in the game. So it's going to be Boggs leading us off. Boggs. There we go. And so we're going to get a 5. That's good. Oh, see, another one of these patient out things. I don't like them. So patient out. So it's going to be 88. And so, because it's not a walk or a hit by a pitch, it's just going to go straight to a G4. So Boggs is out on the ground ball down to Garcia. So the Blue Jays come into town on this April day, a very cool April day here in Boston, Massachusetts, and they're taking it to the Sox here after 1. Dwight Evans is the 2 batter. And we got a 7 that's going to be in play with a 61. And that's going to be a fly ball to Barfield in right, heading over towards the foul line. And he'll make that catch. 2 away just like that. Jim Rice will come up here. 2 outs. Absolutely nobody on. And we're going to, a wheelhouse 48, and Rice, see you later. Gone. A wheelhouse 48 is right over here, and that's a home run. And the Red Sox have something to cheer about as Rice sends this opposite field, and that'll drop into the bleachers for a home run. And, well, it's 3-1, so they get 1 back. And that's not too terrible, right? That's not too terrible. So now we have Tony Armas coming up. He's a cleanup hitter today. Kind of a weird lineup here for the Sox on opening day. I don't remember this lineup. And now we have a 6. That'll be a tough 54, and that's a strike him out. And Armas will go down, and so after 1, we got some fireworks here on opening day. It is 3-1 Blue Jays. Alrighty, so we go like this. And we go like this. And we go like this. Now Eckersley back out, trying to have a better inning than he had in the first. So it's going to be the 8-hitter, Rance Mulligans. And am I really that far off on my angle here? I should have a mat printed out so I can put all these in and have them all lined up. There we go. All right. A 7. That's a tough 57, and that will be jammed off his bat into left field, and Rice will make that catch, and we have 1 away. The 9-hitter, Alfredo Griffin. We're going to have some Alfredo sauce here and see if he can get something happening. A 4. That's going to be a ballpark 33, and that's going to be a single because he likes to mingle. So Alfredo Griffin is on. Ooh, we need to check his steal. He's got a 4 for a steal. And nope, he will not steal. So Alfredo Griffin will be down at first base. And now we have Garcia back up. What did he do? He grounded out to second base. So it must be the Blue Jay hat here. The curse is not active today. Garcia with a man on first and 1 away. We have a 4. That's a ballpark 39. And, oh, wait, ballpark 39. Hang on. Ballpark 39. Ballpark 39 against a right-handed batter is wheelhouse. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Garcia trying to get a hold of this one. And a 45. That's a single. And that's a single, 2 bases coming out of the wheelhouse. We've already determined that, so we don't have to think about that. Holy cow. They are getting racked here. So now Garcia might want to steal. He's a 5, so I wonder what we do here. No, he's not going to go, so that saves me the trouble of figuring out a double steal. So first and third, 1 away. 6 hits on Eckersley already. Can he get out of this mess? Can he get out of the mess? Dave Collins up. A 6 and a 94. I think he will. In play, 94 is a fly into left field. Now, let's see what happens here on the tag. So, in play, left field. 7 scores. So is Griffin. He's a 6. So we have a 6. We just went through this. So we have a 6 and a 5. Who Rice has got a good arm. 6 and a 5. So that would mean I'd have to roll really low. So I'd have to roll 5 or less for him to score. 6 or less, we'd have a play at the plate. Anything above that, he's out. I'm feeling lucky. I know something? I'm going to do this. I'm going to roll my other dice. All right, a yes, and he tags. How about that? A yes, and he tags. That's a maybe, so no. We're not going to tag. So I'm going to say no. All right, so it's just going to be a fly ball in the left field. Rice has it, and that was not deep enough to get the run home. And so Collins is out. So we got 2 outs now. As Pete comes by, says payoff pitch. It's his favorite. Curious how I'm running the 83 season replay. No, what I'm doing is I'm just kind of picking a game. I'm going to every day, and I'm maybe not every day, but at least once a week on the schedule. Pick a game, find a couple of pitchers I want to play or teams I want to play that game, and then let Digital Diamond sim the rest. And that's kind of what I'm doing here. I did that with 1979. Had a lot of fun with it, and that's what I'm doing here. It just gives me a chance to play different teams and play different games and the whole bit. So, again, I'm not a serious baseball guy, so to me, it's just fun. That's what it is. So I have 2 outs, and Willie Upshaw, who singled. And Willie Upshaw, 5 is a patient 56, and that's going to be a single. On a patient 56, that's going to get a run home. And sharp liner in the center field, and that's going to be a single, just 1 base. And so it's 4-1. Boy, Eckersley, he might be fatigued before we even get to the 3rd inning. Wow, did not expect this. I don't know how good the Blue Jays were. How good were the Blue Jays in 83? They were what? This is their 6th year, so they should be okay. Cliff Johnson up, second inning. He's up for the 2nd time. He got a single and an RBI. So we got first and second, 2 away. And that was a 6, actually. So we got a 9 and a 6. In play, 6, and that's a double. And with 2 outs, that's a bases clearing double. Wow. What do you do now? So now he's fatigued, right? So I think Eckersley is fatigued here already. In the 2nd inning, it is 6-1. So I have to pull out the fatigue card. And I'm going to have that off to the side over here. And wow, what do we do? And ID's at work, so we can't stay too long. ID's an actor, right? So you're filming a Hollywood movie right now? Is that what you're doing? So you're in between takes? Is that what's going on, ID? Is it another Indiana Jones movie that you're starring in? But, yeah, I'm back to payoff pitch. In pretty deep, actually. It's all I've been playing the last couple of days. So it's kind of fun to have it back. So Eckersley's fatigued. I don't even know if he's going to get out of this inning. So we got a man on second. I'll give him another batter. If he can't get out of this inning, then he's in trouble here. We got an in-play 97, and that's going to be a fly ball into left field, and so he'll get out of it. But, boy, I tell you, 3 runs in the first, 3 runs in the second, and the Blue Jays are all over the Red Sox. Yikes. Get a new pitcher in there. Yeah, I'm thinking about that. Well, I'll let him ride a little bit in the third, but... All right, so Kyle Yastrzemski coming up to bat here against Dave Steve. And we got a 4. That's a patient 24, and that'll be a walk. He'll get the Pantera walk. Yaz is not stealing at 43 years old. And Pete says, I like this idea. I'm using Digital Diamond to supplement my Payoff Pitch 87 Tigers replay. I'm playing every game for the Tigers, but not realistic for me, looking for other ideas. Well, I mean, the only way to really do it is to play every single game, you know. That was a 3, not a 4. It might have been. That's all right. I'm still going with it. It might have just looked that way. Either that or I'm making mistakes. We talked about that in the last show. We're just going to go with it. For some reason, I make a lot of mistakes. That's all right. So Stapleton coming up. And so we have a 7. So that's going to be an in-play 93. That's going to be a fly ball into left field. And who's that? Collins will make the catch, so we have 1 away. I always make mistakes. I always read the dice wrong. Just what I do. So we have Rich Gedman coming up. So we got a 10. That's in play 4. And that'll be a double. So let's see if Yaz will score on the play. So on the in plays, we flip a fast action card. And on a double, liner in the left center field, Collins comes over to cut it off. And so it's just going to be 2 bases. So that's going to be second and third, as Yaz will have to stop at third base. 43-year-old Kyle Yastrzemski still playing ball. Loved watching him play. So Glenn Hoffman up now with 1 away. Steve in a little bit of trouble here. Sox down 6-1. So Steve has a pretty good size lead to work with. We have a 5. That's the patient out thing. However, because it's a walk, we stay with the walk, right? So the bases are loaded. And this is not a man you want to see with the bases loaded. Julio Valdez. Had 25 at-bats in 83 with the Sox, and he's going to get one here with the bases loaded. His average was 105 against righties. So we just have him bunt. Do we just have Julio bunt? Because you know he's going to hit into a double play, right? Oh, man. Of course you can't have him bunt. You got to have him swing. But of course it's the guy who played like 1 game, right? How many games did he play? He had 25 at bats. He hit 105. He was absolutely terrible. And he's up with the bases loaded. Should I pinch hit? Can you pinch hit for somebody in their first at bat? All right, here we go. Steve to Julio Valdez. A 7. That's in play 44. And that's a G5. Yep, he's going to hit it down to third base. This could be 2. So I'm looking for, 9 or less. All right, on the double play. I always like to check this. Oh, wait. It's equal to or less than the lower. So it's a 6. So 6 or less, it's a double play. Hit down the third. And nope. So they're going to try for 2, but they're only going to get 1. So it's going to be hit down to third base. They can't turn 2. Is coming across Hoffman, taking out Garcia with a ridiculous slide. And so the Sox will get another run in here. So with 2 away, we have first and third. Now, is Valdez going to steal? No, he's not going to steal. Well, he gets a run home, so good job by Julio down by the schoolyard, right? Putting that in. And Bob says, really enjoying Payoff Pitch, thinking about getting a copy. Yeah, a couple things I suggest is get the printed copy. It's like 30 or 40 bucks because you get the fast action cards, okay? That is key. Two-sided fast action cards come with that. You get really nice hardcore printed charts, and then you have all the pitcher fatigue cards and pitcher hitting cards. So I recommend the printed game. And the cards here that he gets are top-notch. Don't bother with the PDFs. Get these. For about 30 or 40 bucks, whatever they are. These things are incredible for a season. And you get everybody. One of the great things about it. So we get runners at the corners for Wade Boggs. A 4. That's a patient 96. Oh, boy. So that's going to be a fly ball into right. That will end the inning. But the Sox do get another one for what it's worth. And it's 6-2. So Eckersley coming back out. He is fatigued because he's given up 6 runs. And it's not been a good day for Red Sox pitching. And let me see. In the chat room, Pete says, let me clarify. I find Payoff Pitch to be very realistic. It's not realistic that I will actually complete an entire 162-game season. So he likes my idea of picking a few games weekly. Yeah. Yeah, like I say, it takes me about an hour to play this game. I don't know why. It shouldn't, but it takes me an hour to play this game. So if you got a favorite team, you want to play them all, play them all. It's up to you, whatever you want to do. Or you can just bounce around. What I did one time with 86 is I think it was the Strat. I started it in Payoff Pitch, but then I bounced over to Strat. And I just played all the Clemens games in 86. And so I didn't have to play every Red Sox game. I let Strat simulate it. Red Sox got killed. It was a bad sim. It really was a bad sim, but it happens. So Ernie Witt, 1 for 1 with an RBI. So that's going to be an in-play 77. So that'll be a fly ball to Armas in center field. And so Eckersley with 1 away. Oh, wait a sec. Damn it. No, in-play doesn't change. In-play doesn't change. I have to use my fatigue pitcher card over here. So I have this off to the side because a couple ratings might change. All right, so I have to have that here because Eckersley is fatigued. Lloyd Mosby, 0 for 1, one of the few Toronto Maple Leaf players not to have a hit today. And a 4 is ballpark. Change ballpark to wheelhouse. Oh, boy. And a wheelhouse 60, and that's going to be a single. So Mosby with a single. And his steal is a 4. So let's see if he wants to steal. Nope. He says, nope, I'm not going to steal. So runner on first. Eckersley getting tired as Dave Little comes by. We were talking about you last night, Dave Little, talking about playing some hockey at D2D Con in May. So I'm thinking about bringing Appa, Hockey Bones, and shootout hockey as far as the 3 hockey. And I should probably bring Stone Cold hockey too. So I'll bring 4 hockey games. If you want, I can show you some hockey out there while we're out there. So we got Rance Mullikins, 1 away, man on first. Let's see if Eckersley can do here. So 7, so it's a tough, oh boy, on the card here. So you can see I rolled a 7, it's tough, but I rolled a 97. So a tough 97 changes to wheelhouse, and I think this is going to be it for Eckersley. So Mulligan, wheelhouse 44, and that's a triple, and Eckersley is all done. So Mulligan's with a triple. Mosby will score, and Eckersley won't even get out of the 3rd inning. So bye-bye. Sorry about that. But you are done. So let's see what the manager says. The manager says we're all set. No, we're not all set. We're going to go the pen here and see who we're going to bring in here. We got some long relief coming up. So what do you think about Mark Clear? I just saw him here. So Mark Clear will come in, some long relief. Oh, he's short relief. He says long relief here. Who else is, well, in honor of Juckett, who's might or might not be watching, we're going to have to bring in Bob Stanley. It's just, there's no one else at this point. There's no one else. So Bob Stanley will come in the pitch here in long relief, very long relief. So Eckersley gets shelled for 7 runs. Oh, man. So we'll bring in Stanley. Alan wants to bring in Bird. Maybe I will bring in Bird after this. And Dave said he bought Stone Cold for the PC after the last chat. Haven't played it. He'd need more experience at the cards and dice game. The PC game does a pretty good job representing the cards and dice game. Not 100%, but pretty darn good. And ID's been to 2 games over the weekend. Fantastic. All right. Yeah, you got all the ball down there, don't you? All right, Alfredo Griffin, 1 out, man on third. We're going to play back. We're not going to be playing infield in. And that's going to be an in-play 7, and that's a single. And Griffin will wrap home a single off of Stanley. And the onslaught continues here at Fenway Park on opening day. And I know a lot of friends were at this game in 1983, and I'm not sure if they'd be sticking around eating those, $8 hot dogs back in 1983. Oh, I want to see if Griffin's going to steal. So he's a 4. So let me do my thing. So, nope, he's not going to steal. And again, that's just how I'm doing. I have to make some executive decisions on how I'm playing this game. And just stick with them and play and enjoy it, Yeah, playing Stone Cold on the PC made the cards and dice make more sense. Yeah, they're very similar. They really are. The only thing that's different is you don't get to roll for the player who's taking the shot. The computer game does that automatically for you. That's really the only difference. All right, we still only have 1 out. 2 more runs in. It's 8-2. This is a hammering right now. And this is going to be a patient 93. And that's going to be a fly ball into left field. And no one's going anywhere on that one. And so Dave Collins back up. This is the 3rd inning. He's already been up twice. This is his 3rd at bat. He's getting up once an inning. A 9. It's going to be a tough 87, and that's got ground ball down to short. Hoffman will make that play, and mercifully we're out of the inning. But another couple of runs. It's now 11 hits for the Blue Jays. What were the Blue Jays in 83? Anybody want to look that up? Because if I look it up, I'll screw up my computer screen here. So I'm wondering what the Blue Jays were or where their record was. I know the Sox were middle of the pack at best. All right, so here we are. Dwight Evans coming up. He's 0 for 1, like just about everybody else. Steve having a heck of a day on the mound. We're going to get an in-play 9, and that'll be a single because Evans likes to mingle. So he's on. His stealing is a 2, but he's an A stealer. How about that? Nope, so he won't steal. So Evans is on. Sox down by 6, and it's Jim Rice. Should we have Jim Rice bunt? Chuck it would say bunt. 89 and 73 for Toronto. That's decent, right? That's 89 wins. It's not 100, but it's all right. So what are they like? 2nd place, 3rd place? Something like that. So we have Fenway Park faithful rallying around Jim Rice, who hit a home run back in the 1st inning. We have an in-play 68. And that's ground ball down to 2nd base. 5 or less. And it's a double play. Nope. They get the runner at 2nd, and that's all they're going to get. So G46 on that. So Rice will beat out the throw, and so they just get 1. So it's 1 away. Baltimore, Detroit, New York, then Toronto. So they were in 4th, so then the Sox must have been really bad. So I'm glad I'm getting some Red Sox on here early in the season because I won't have them on later. Tony Armas. Now, is Rice going to steal? No, stealing 1. He's not going to steal. Steve to Armas, a 7. That's an in play, and that's an 86. And that'll be a G6. So hit down the shortstop to Alfredo Griffin. 6 or less? No. That's another. They can't turn 2 again. So that's a G6-4. So Armas will beat it out as they can't get the double play going here for Toronto. It's about the only good news for the Red Sox. And Kyle Yastrzemski got a walk today. I have an 11. That's a defensive check. So how I played is I look at the card and hit down the shortstop. We're going to check for an error. So Willie Griffin. Let's check Willie Griffin. Alfredo Griffin. Shortstop, he's an error 3. So we have a 367, and that will be an out. And so let's check what kind of out it is, and that's a ground ball out. So we're just going to call that a G6, right? And that'll end the inning. So absolutely nothing going on for the Sox here. Toronto was 4th because of their bullpen. Well, they're not going to need a bullpen today, right? And here's Jucket's favorite pitcher, Bob Stanley. And it's Willie Upshaw coming in for the Maple Leafs. And he is 2 for 2 today. That's all. A couple of singles. So he's not having a good day. He's only 2 for 2. Right? And here we go. Stanley to Upshaw. That's going to be a 9. So it's going to be tough. You like it tough. And the 58 is G5. Down to third base. Boggs. 1 away. So Eckersley gets shelled in this game. If I go to my box score, Eckersley, 2.1 innings, 10 hits, 8 runs. His ERA is 30.86. That is awesome. That is awesome. It really is. Oh, you got to love the stats. You got to love the stats, you know. And he's taking a break from the news. Don't watch any news. All news is just bad. It feeds you what you want to hear to make you mad. That's why I don't watch any news anymore. It's just not worth it. You just get all worked up over nothing. Let's see. So we have Cliff Johnson with 1 away. So we have an in-play 86, and that'll be a ground ball down the Hoffman. And he will throw that away. I wonder when Burleson left. I think didn't he go to like the Angels or something like that? He was with Boston throughout the 70s, but a bunch of guys left. The other thing I really like about Payoff Pitch, and I don't know if ID you agree with me or not, but they have everybody. So no matter what game you play here, when you play as played, everyone's in that deck. Even Julio, whatever his name is for Sox, it only had a handful of bats. So you don't have to go hunting for everybody, and you don't have to worry about not having a card for everybody. So that is like one of the big things about Payoff Pitches is they have all their cards of all the players. I really like that. All right, so we're going to have Barfield come up. Jesse 0 for 1. I'm wishing he was Jesse's girl. And so we have a 9, which is going to be a tough 36, and strike him out. So they'll get out of that. It's not too often we have a nice inning like that. That's the first inning that they have not scored a run. And that is that. Dave Steve having a heck of a game here. 3 hitting the Sox. And so we're going to get a 6. This will be a tough 49. And he hits this down to third base, and Mullenix will come across with that one, and Stapleton is all done. Rich Gedman. Yeah, why watch the news when you can go back and have some fun? That's what I do here. And I've said it on the show and on the channel many times. I do this to go back to happier times. Because right now, being an adult can be kind of difficult. So I go back to happy times, smiles on faces, if it pleases the court, and we're just going to have a good time doing what we do here. All righty. It does look off angle. I'm going to be playing with these the whole game. Sorry about that, but I just will. Gedman, a tough 49. Oh, he fights it off and flares it down the line, and that'll be a double. So Gedman with an extra base hit here for the Sox. He's not going to be stealing third. They had one game here. They had a guy with like a D stealing, and he almost was going to try to steal third. I almost let him too. And then I had Willie Wilson on third. Thought about having him steal home. Maybe later on in the season, but not opening day. I didn't want to wreck that game. So, and Dave Little says in the spring of '83, he was a college student in his 10th year at the University of Akron. Fantastic, Dave. 10 years of college. Nice job. Now, I mean, that was you were on the Titanic too, I heard, right? You come over on the Titanic is what I heard. On the first voyage, right? Or the second voyage. How many voyages did they have? I kid, there's a guy I play hockey with. He's in his 70s. Still playing. God bless him. And I kid around to him that he had he missed his prom, and his prom was supposed to be on the Titanic. I don't know. Stupid Titanic jokes, I guess. You can say them now. So we have Hoffman, runner in scoring position, one away. That's going to be an in-play, too. Ooh, and that's a double for his trouble. That'll knock a run home. So a little bit of hope here as Hoffman knocks home Gedman. And it's 8-3. All righty. And now it's Julio down by the schoolyard. Julio got an RBI. Let's not count him out. He might be our player of the game if he continues this, right? So here's Julio Valdez. Now Hoffman is not going to be trying to steal third base. All righty. So he gets a big lead off, though. Valdez. That's going to be in play, 99. That's a fly ball in the left field. And we're not going anywhere. Collins with the catch. And that brings up Boggs now with 2 away. And Joshua from Vancouver, where it's still 6 in the morning, I believe. Right? Because it's a little after lunch over here. So let's go. Wade Boggs. Can he knock home Hoffman? Get the Sox back in this game. A 4 is a patient. 72, and he will. That's a double. Back-to-back doubles, or back-to-back doubles after a flyout. And the Sox get another run as Boggs slaps a double over there. Now he's a steal, too. Just for fun. Nope. Just for fun, I want to see if he would think about stealing third. Just a formality, but I have to do it. Dwight Evans, he's got a single in this game. Has a chance to make it a 3-run game with a single. 6. That's a tough 75. And that'll be a fly ball in the center, and that will end the inning. Well, the Sox scratch across a couple of runs. Trying to make it interesting here as they're getting shelled at home. And we'll go to the top of the 5th here. I'm going to say I'm rather enjoying this payoff pitch. I'm rather enjoying it. I always did, then I didn't, then I did, then I didn't. And I have a lot of seasons for it because the cards are great. They have everyone, and they're some of the most affordable cards in the business. So I have a lot of them. So that's why I want to keep playing this game because I have a lot of seasons. Ernie Witt, 1 for 2. Stanley still on the mound here. And that's going to be in play, 46. So that'll be a ground ball to first base. Stapleton will take it himself. And there's 1 away here in the 5th. That's what we need. We need a couple more innings with no runs, and that might allow the Sox a chance to get back in this thing. Lloyd Mosby, 1 for 2. You can read it on the screen. And 8 is an in-play 49, and that'll be another one down to Stapleton. And this time he'll toss it to Stanley just to kind of mix it up a little bit. There's a way to figure that out, but I'm not going to. Rance Mulligan with 2 outs. Stanley looking for a 1-2-3 inning, trying to save the day here. And that's going to be an in-play 84. Yeah, hit down to second. 1, 2, 3. So just like that, we're going to move to the bottom of the 5th. And Jim Rice will lead us off as he tries to get the Sox a little closer. Rice with a home run in the first inning. And let's see what he can do here. Steve still pitching pretty well. That's going to be a 7. That'll be in play 55. It's going to be hit down to third base. And Mullenix with the long throw will pick him off as Dufferman comes by. Yeah, a little afternoon ball here on the channel. I don't know why. This payoff pitch is just working for me right now. I keep talking about it. I'm glad it is. I just pulled it out the other day. I said, let me play. And it's just working. I don't know. Don't know why. Don't know why. But that'll be the topic of our next show. It really will be. And Joshua's a Bruins and Canucks fan. And, yeah, the Bruins have been terrible. The goalie's trying to fight now. He can't make saves, so he's going to try to fight. Oh, we have a ballpark here, 82, and that'll be a single for Armas. Because he likes to mingle. So Armas with a single. He's not a stealer, so. And Dave Little says, I like payoff pitch for batter-pitcher interaction. Yeah, I really like how it goes from the pitcher card to the batter card, or at least from the pitcher to the ballpark. So everyone seems to be involved. You don't feel like someone's never involved. I agree with that. The steamer. Yeah. Waiting for the bats to come back. Yeah, you might be. And payoff pitch is my summer project. Fantastic. Yeah, this is fun. I've had, like I say, I've gone back and forth to this game, and right now it's on fire. On fire. All right, Yaz up at the plate. 43-year-old Carl Yastrzemski. Uh-oh, that's going to be a tough 78. That's going to be a fly ball into center. And very shallow. And so Armas will have to hold up. Dave Stapleton. What's he done today? Absolutely nothing. 0 for 2 for Stape. Let's see if we can get something going here. 8-4. Sox would love at least one more here in this 5th inning. And we're going to get 8. That's going to be a tough 46 and hit down to first base. Upshaw will take it himself. And that will do it in the inning. So they don't get anything. So we go to the 6th. This will be the last inning for Stanley. So he's got long plus. He came in the 2nd or the 3rd. I think he came in the 3rd. So, well, he's got 4 innings. So we'll see. We'll see. Payoff pitch plays extremely well face-to-face. Both manders roll at the same time. Oh, yeah, I can see how that would be. Yep. Yep, and Bob says reminds him of Status Pro, but with 3 more levels of details. Okay, I only played a little bit of Status Pro. That was baked into the game here, if you will. Dave says, we already talked about the payoff pitch going face-to-face. Jamie comes up. I haven't read the newsletter yet. I got to go check out Jamie's newsletter. If you're on Facebook, go search out Jamie's newsletter on gaming. It's always a good read. Every baseball broadcast I do, you look forward to because he likes to mingle. Well, that just kind of happens. You know, just things like that. Even when I do the hockey broadcast, sometimes things just come out, but sometimes they work and sometimes they don't. All right, Mullenix. So we have a 7. It's going to be a tough 30. Struck him out. All right. So Stanley picks up his 2nd strikeout of the day. And Status Pro was your first sim in 81. It would have been fun to play this back in the day because I never did. I never knew they existed back in the day. Alfredo. That's going to be an in-play 56. Fly ball to Evans in right field. All right. Stanley getting a little tired. So, yeah, this will be his last inning. What does the manager say? Everything looks okay. So, oh, wait, why is it Collins? Oh, wait, did I screw it up here? Oh, that was Garcia. Yeah, I screwed up. Or maybe I didn't. That's all right. Again, errors happen. Yep, Sports Game Journal. Yep, Dave, yep. Go check it out. I'm going to go read that. I'll probably read that tonight at the rink on the iPad if I can slip away while I'm scorekeeping. Okay, we got a defense check here. So Collins is going to hit this to right back to the mound. And the range of Stanley is D. So a D82 is an out. And we'll check the ground ball back to the mound. So a G1. So Stanley doing well. We'll get out of the inning, but now he's done. So Stanley is done. Don't have to find someone else for the Sox. As we go to the bottom of the sixth, 8 for Toronto here on opening day 83 for the Sox. What I should have done is played every opening day game and then kind of bounced around, but I'm just going to play one. Oh, you like to struck him out? Yeah, that's kind of a nod to the football first down. Kind of like that. Some people like it, some people don't. I do it. I don't even know I do it, you know. And, yeah, right now, Toronto would be in first place. If this score holds up, right? They'll be 1-0. Gedman against Steve. Now, Steve can go 8, and so he's all right now, even though he gave up 4 runs. So we have a 9. That's going to be a tough 15, and struck him out. So Gedman goes down swinging. 1 away. Hoffman will come up. Steve to Hoffman. We have a 9. That's a tough 92. This is lifted into left field. Collins, plenty of room out there. And he'll have a Tom Collins while he makes that catch. All right, here's Julio down by the schoolyard. He's been our MVP today for the Sox. He's got 1 RBI. He's 0 for 2. And we'll keep him in the game just because this game's out of hand. If I need a better hitter later on, then Julio will come out. But so we have a 6. That's a tough 49. And, oh, my gosh, Julio down by the schoolyard's going to hit one behind the big oak tree. And that's going to be a single. So maybe we will keep him in the game. Oh, holy cow. Maybe this Julio guy is going to be our surprise player of the year. Never heard of him. But Julio gets a single. Now he's not going to steal. We already determined that, right? He's a 0 stealer, yeah. So Wade Boggs, boy, home run here by Boggsy, or at least a triple or something. Might or double scores a run because it's 2 outs. Let's see. Can we scratch another run across? Here we go. A 9. No, that's a tough 51. And that will do it on a ground ball to first. Ah, boy. So, Sox need a pitcher right now. We need a pitcher, not a belly itcher. As Willie Upshaw comes out. Let's see what the computer says. Right? What's the computer say? They say they're all set. We're not all set, you know. So you want to go with Bird or Henry? So let's go here. Oh, let's see what my options are. First off. So we're going to go to the bench. And we do have Bird. Bird. All right. We'll go Bird. All right. The bench coach calls for Bird, and we're going to go for Bird. Oh, and Mike Brown. I don't have Mike Brown again. There's always one guy. Oh, I don't have John Henry Johnson either, so I'm going to have to get some photos, or at least kind of rename them. All right, so Bird's going to come in to pitch. I'm going to close my window because I opened it up to get some air in here. It's 50 and cloudy today. There we go. No rare plays yet in this one. I had rare plays in every game so far except for this one. Willie Upshaw against Doug Bird. Bird is the word. Right? Let's see what we can do here. So we're going to get an 8. That'll be an in-play. 89 is going to be a ground ball to Valdez at second. He's our man. All right, Julio Valdez has been the man today. Cliff Johnson, he's 2 for 3 with a single and a double. Let's see what Johnson can do here against Bird. We have a tough 45. Strike him out. So Bird gets the whiff. That's his first. And now Jesse Barfield is 0 for 2. Barfield is the right fielder today in the 5 position. A 7. That's going to be an in-play 54. And what's that? G5. So this is going to be hit down to Boggs. And Boggs with a nice play. And Bird coming in. Didn't hit a three-pointer, but he made some nice pitches. And so Steve goes to the bottom of the 7th. I wouldn't say he's pitching a gem, but with 8 runs, he's got the lead. So here we go. Evans against Steve. A 6 is a tough, and a 44 strike him out. So Evans goes down swinging. And Jim Rice, 1 for 3. We're going to need another home run from Jim Rice here, or at least a double or something. We need runs. We got 3 innings to get some runs. We got a 5. And a patient, well, because that's a patient out, that's going to change this double, which is what we wanted. That's going to change it to a pop-out. A P4. So Steve, because he's got that patient out rating, makes it happen. He takes away a double from Rice. Kind of reminds me of the Appa Master game, if you will. So Steve now pitching to Armas, 2 away. And we have an 8. That's going to be a tough 23, and we all know what that is. A low number on the tough is a strike him out. So that is that. So we go to the top of the 8th. Toronto having a heck of a game here. They lead this one 8-4. Let's see what the manager says. Anything? No. There needs to be a notification. I told Mark, you got to put the notification there so I know when to check. Because I hate checking and having nothing there. Ernie Witt is 1 for 3. And that's going to be in play 36, and that'll be a pop-up. Third base side, Boggs over, will make the catch. All things being equal, if it wasn't for that disastrous first couple of innings, we'd be tied at, well, no, it'd be tied at 2-2 if I don't count the first 2 innings. Wishful thinking. All right, we have Lloyd. Lloyd, we have an 8. That's an in-play 58. And that will be grounded to Boggs. And he'll make a nice, easy play down there. So we have 2 quick outs. And Rance Mullinix. I don't call him Mulligans. Mullinix. And so we have a 5. It's going to be, a wheelhouse 70. Oh, Mulligans can't get this one, though. As that's going to be a terrific play by Hoffman, robbing a single down at shortstop. And that will end the inning. So Bird getting some defensive help. Mullinix hit it pretty hard, but Hoffman with the play. So now Steve is fatigued. So I need to get my starting pitcher fatigue card and have that off to the side. It's going to be off to the side, so you can't see it. We're going to put it off to the side and ask his wife a few questions. And so Yastrzemski will lead us off. Now, Steve's, he's tired. Let's see what they say here. Jim Acker. They want to bring in the Acker. All right, so what do you think? We'll bring in Acker instead of going with a fatigue pitcher? Why not, right? There he is. The Jimster. The Jimbo. All right, Acker will come in. He's not Ackering. There we go. Is the game accurate? Well, it is now. It is now. So Yastrzemski will come in against Acker as we go to the bullpen, and the world's worst gamer, not happy about that. He wanted to pitch the starter till his arm falls off, but we are going to do it like this. So here we go. We have a 5, which is a ballpark 74, and that's going to be because right field deep. That's going to be in play. So Yaz hits this in play, and an 84 is hit down to second base. And is one away. So Yaz 0 for 3 today at 43 years old. Davey Stapleton 0 for 3 as well. 6 is a patient 89. He's not going to help himself here as he hits it down the short to Griffin. And Peter Griffin makes the play. Gedman coming up. He's done nothing today. Except, he's 2 for 2. 2 for 2. There we go. And we got a 6. That's going to be a patient 75. And another hit down to Griffin at shortstop. And that'll do it. So we go to the top of the 9th. Bird still on the mound. Acker getting the job done. So the bullpen here not looking too bad. So here we go. Bird on the mound. Facing Griffin. There we go. We have a 7. That's going to be in play 12, and that's going to be a single. So we haven't had a hit in a while, but he's on. He's got a 4 steal, so Alfredo Griffin, giggity. Let's see what he wants to do. He says, I'm not going to steal. We don't need any more runs. So Griffin at first. The leadoff man is on. Garcia, he's a bunt A. The leadoff man. We're gonna look for another run. We're gonna bunt. A bunt A, and that's gonna be a sacrifice. Drops it in front of the plate. Beauty of a bunt. So sacrifice hit to the catcher. And that's gonna move Griffin over into scoring position. So Dave Collins, who's 1 for 4 today, with a man in scoring position right now. And that's going to be a 9. That'll be a patient 5, and that'll be a walk. So it's first and second. And now Bird's in some trouble here. So Bird should not be fatigued according to Payoff Pitch right now. Because Bird's only gone 2.1 innings. He's got long relief. So, well, I guess two innings he could be fatigued, but he hasn't allowed any runs at all. So I'm gonna say he's all right. Willie Upshaw. That's gonna be 10. That's gonna be a ballpark 89, and that's gonna be in play. So Upshaw hits this one in play. Ooh, an 84 is gonna be ground ball to second base. Oh, can Julio turn 2? Here we go. So we need a 7 or less. And no. He gets 1, and that's all he's going to get. So it's going to be a G4-6 on the play. And so can Bird get out of this inning? I don't want to burn anybody else here, but I don't want to give up any more runs. Cliff Johnson, 2 for 4. Now, what does the computer say here? They want to bring in John Henry Johnson. Not yet. I'm going to give him one more batter. I'm going to give Bird one more batter. And that's going to be a tough 52, and that's going to be a double. And 2 more runs come in, and I waited too long. So, yep. So now we'll bring in John Henry. John Henry Johnson. And it's now 10-4. You don't win games. You don't win games with that many runs. And now I don't know why I don't have a photo for John Henry Johnson, so I'll have to figure that out. But Johnson on second base. Johnson now on the mound. And let's see if we can get this last out and just get this game over with. The Fenway faithful has left a long time ago. So we have a 7. It's a patient 50. And he's going to be hit by the pitch. So Johnson bounces one off the arm of Barfield. Oh, how about if I go hit by the pitch? How about that? Okay. Hit by the pitch. Yep. So Ernie Witt comes up with 2 on. And what's been a very, very entertaining game if you're a Blue Jays fan. And I got a 7. Oh, man, that's a patient. That's another walk. So John Henry Johnson comes in. He's not having a good time. He's hit a man. He's walked a man. And now the bases are loaded for Lloyd Moseby. Yes, I know, Lloyd. Here we go. Wowzers. What does the manager say now? Yeah, we're all set. We're all set. What do you think? Is Lloyd going to put this one out? He had 14 home runs against righties, but only 4 against a lefty, so he's a lefty. Do I pinch hit? Lloyd is 1 for 4. Do I bring in a righty? What do you think? Do I bring in a righty here late in the game? Do I bring in, like, Buck Martinez or Garth Iorg? Let's see who's got some home runs here. Barry Bonnell. Oh, he's a pitcher. What do we got? Jorge Orta. Oh, he's a lefty. But he does well against righties, though. Oh, I got a lefty. Never mind. Buck Martinez. Allen says let him hit, huh? You want to let him hit? We got a chance to blow this game open and embarrass him. Barry Bonnell, the Buckeye. All right. Well, Allen's been the bench coach here, so we're gonna let him hit. All right. Chances of a home run are pretty slim because there's no wheelhouse off of his card. So here we go. We'll let him hit. It's 10-4. And we have an 8. That's an in-play 86, and that'll be a ground ball down to Julio. And that'll be that. But another couple of runs, and this one is just getting away as Acker comes back out to do some mop-up duty here. Do we want to keep everybody the same here? Yep, okay. So Glenn Hoffman, 1 for 2. And he's the shortstop. We'll let him hit. So we have a 5. Oh, that's the ballpark 94. And this is hit deep into left field. Collins back right at the wall. Will make the catch. So Hoffman hit it good, but not good enough. Here's our buddy Julio. We're going to let him swing away. And that's going to be an in-play 92. And he's going to hit it in the left field as well. And a rope right into Collins. And that'll do it. Now, there's no magic today. The Sox bats, well, they get 8 hits, but their pitching blew it. 6 runs in the first 2 innings against Eckersley. That was unseen. Did not see that coming. So Wade Boggs, the last one here. We'll let him swing away. We have a tough 17, and he'll get a single. So Boggs will single to keep the game alive just a little bit longer. So Boggs is a 2 for a steal. What do you think? What do you think? Nope. All right, Acker to Evans now. The last man standing. And we got a 7. That's going to be a tough 20. And he struck him out. And that will do it. And that'll end this mercifully for the Sox. That was bad. That was really bad. So let's end this game here. We will make this game official, unfortunately, or fortunately, depends how you look at it. And that will be that. So, let's fast play the day. And we'll have some standings to look at. All right, so let's go back here. Season overview. And this is where we are right now. I need to go and change this to overhead, no webcam. Hang on a sec. Where is it? Where is it? Full screen, no webcam. There we go. I don't know how to change it on the fly. It doesn't work anymore. I used to have hot keys that don't work anymore. So here we are. It's the Blue Jays in first place. Congratulations, right? The Blue Jays in first place in their division. 1-0. They have a +6 run differential, so they are doing well. And that's it. Just after 1. Let's take a look at our Where is our? Oh, we want to take a look at our pitchers here. Batting leaders after a couple of games. George Brett with 1 home run. Dave Hostetler, was he a quarterback for the Giants? And George Wright, they each have 2 home runs. Jeebus, what has Texas been doing? Right? What has Texas been doing? How can I see? How can I see the? Oh, here's the reports. No, I don't know how to look at teams in there. I'll look at teams. I haven't done that. Box score search tool, reports encyclopedia. Box score search tool. All box scores. Oh, how about we go to Texas? So they got a 2-1 win. Right? Newspaper box score. So, any home runs here? Yeah, Richard and Hossett each had 1, and then the next game. I thought they each had 2 home runs. Oh yeah, Hostetler with another one here. 3 home runs in this game. Wowzers. And Wright with his second. Huh. Interesting. I just like to poke around once in a while. So that is that. Okay, let me come back here. I'm going to go to Studio B. If I can find Studio B. There's Studio B. I don't know why my hotkeys don't work, but they don't work anymore. So that is that. Back to some payoff pitch. Having some fun. At least I thought I had some fun. Not if you're a Red Sox fan. So the curse of the hat, it did not work today at all. So that is that. So I continue on my 1983 product here. It is kind of fun. Yeah, I always give the Blue Jays some love here on the channel. I'll have some Mariners on there. I'm going to try to get every team on here at least once. And then as the season progresses, we'll see who the better teams are and go from there. So anyway, all right, I got to go start preparing for work tonight. I don't know what I'll do later on tonight. Depends how I feel when I get home. If I can slip out and get anything done here. But it's fun to be playing again. I'm going to leave everything set up in case I want to play some payoff pitch tonight. I don't know what the game will be, but we'll figure it out from there. Anyway, I'm Dave, and we'll talk to you all later. Thanks for tuning in this afternoon. Bye-bye.